The controversy that surrounds the Nigerian National Assembly within the last 7 days is something that may not leave the media conversation any moment from now. However, the wife of the president, Remi Tinubu, who was speaking ahead of the International Women's Day, which is tomorrow, talks about the current controversy. Remember that she also had the same issue at the Senate during her time serving the good people of Nigeria. Let's not forget that she was at the Senate for complete 12 good years, and like the video that you are watching or seeing on your screen right now, that was her fighting Dino Melaye from Kogi State back in the days when she was at the Senate. Few years later, it now happens that Senator Akpabio has now been accused by also a senator representing the good people of Kogi State, saying that he sexually harassed her. We all know the story already. If you don't, please, you can check our previous video regarding this particular topic. However, the issue here is the manner at which some people are reacting, and for the fact that the statement made by the wife of the president, Remi Tinubu. And according to her, she said that, I know with what is going on in the Senate, you may say, why am I not taking a position? I believe that the Senate is doing what is needful because that is what it is. What does she mean by that is what it is? Oh, could it be that those men in the Senate always, making advances towards the female counterpart at the Senate, and that there is always a way in which they handle the situation, or even silence the women when they try to raise to the occasion, or better still, maybe it's a false accusation. Is that what it is in the Senate? Let's listen further. And she went ahead to say that it is an inside place and it is a mutual chamber. It is a mutual chamber and it should be treated with respect. It is an honor for you to be in that place alone. I was there for 12 years, even in my younger days, and I'm still trying to look younger. But people compliment you all the time. Only that women, raise yourself. Don't be in a position that men will be talking to you anyhow. So it's like they always compliment people. Yes, understandable, it happens. But saying that you shouldn't put yourself in a position where men will talk to you anyhow. Take a look at this picture. Could it be that Natasha Akpote-Oduoha has in any way tried to float herself before the senators, and that could be the reason why this whole drama is happening? But to me, far from it. And what the president's wife, Remi Tinubu, is saying is something that doesn't make any sense at all, if you ask me. This is a woman, and we all understand recently that women naturally, recently, we have been seeing a lot of cases of sexual harassment, of which 5-10 years later, you find out that is a false allegation. We have seen issues where some men went to prison to serve sentences, and at the end of the day, it's all false accusation. We understand that. And that is the reason why we said that this should be investigated, and that the Senate president should step aside, not be the one presiding, and it should be a transparent investigation. If Natasha Akpote-Oduoha is, at the process found guilty of a wrong accusation, then she should face the music, But I don't really think that with the way that the Senate president always talks about, the way he talks and the way he do things, Nigerians will ever believe that he did not, committed the offense that has been alleged that he committed. But however, let's remain civil and continue to abide by the laws and watch out to see how this investigation will play out. But with the suspension of Natasha Akpote And the subsequent statement from some senators saying that she will not return back to the Senate is uncalled for. Most Nigerians who are celebrating this and even saying that Senator Ireti Kingibe, who was, somehow was trying to be silenced at the Senate, also signed the document that resulted into the suspension of Natasha. Is something that we should also look at to understand the fact that these whole things may be cooked up. The question here is this: why was she suspended? Was she suspended because the order 8 or 10, if I can remember very well, that she disobeyed was the reason for her suspension for 6 months, not even on the case of the sexual harassment. These are two different cases. Let's understand that peacefully. So where do we go from here? With all of this allegation and the controversy at the highest chamber of the land is something that we really need to look at. Senate President Godswill Akpabio has been controversial since becoming the Senate President of Nigeria, the 10th Senate. It's something that we all know, if not for the corruption in our judicial system, Senator Godswill Akpabio shouldn't be at the Senate at this time, because according to the electoral law, he was not supposed to contest for the senatorial constituency that he is representing as of today, because he contested for the seat of the president at the primary level and lost that particular election to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, or stepped down, if you may ask me. But looking at this carefully, that he is now there as the senator and then Senate president, it is something that I think we need to look carefully and see if we want sanity to return back to the National Assembly, especially the Senate. Then something needful needs to be done, because the body language and the behavior of the Senate president have not been really good since he became the Senate president of the 10th Senate, and we really need to do better. For that reason, if you ask me, I will advise him to resign honorably, not just because of this sexual harassment allegation, but also for the fact that the Nigerian people don't even like you. They don't even want you there. Anyway, the president of Nigeria won, according to the Independent National Electoral Commission, with less than 10 million votes to rule over 200 million people, which is less than half of the in fact, let's have this conversation at the conversation. If the president can be there, why would the Senate president be there? But remember, it is a check and balance thing. And if the National Assembly cannot hold the executive accountable and the judiciary is as poor as we all know, then the future of Nigeria is as good as you know now. Thank you for watching.